Days Gone, a controversial release that was delayed quite a number of times due to various reasons. After completing the game's main story, I found myself asking, does it deserve a potential sequel? It obviously goes without saying that if you haven't finished the game, please stop now as there will be spoilers ahead. To start on a positive note, let's take a look at the positive aspects of the game. A major highlight of the game is the main campaign. While it doesn't contain a massive roster of main characters you can interact with, it offers a few noteworthy antagonists, such as Carlos and his band of Rippers terrorising Lost Lake, or the mysterious Neo forces as they investigate freakers throughout the region. The game also keeps you moving, never staying in one particular area for too long, which keeps environments feeling fresh. The story also does a great job of making us understand the main character Deacon St. John's story and how he managed to survive the metaphorical apocalypse by using his years of military service and his lone wolf attitude to his advantage. It also does a great job on an emotional level by making us feel for Deacon as he struggles with the death of his wife Sarah and his journey throughout the game. Another positive the game offers is its huge map size. It genuinely feels as if you were riding your motorbike across a ruined American state. With many points of interest, the game makes the map feel full, which is usually difficult for a game this size. It also gives players some truly beautiful sights, such as snowy mountain ranges, glistening waterfalls, and colourful forests. Now usually side quests aren't a particular object of praise in a game, and with Days Gone, the majority of side quests revolve around the same thing: ride to an enemy camp, kill the rival gang, rescue the hostage, and so on. But the side mission, Horde Killer, truly deserves its praise. The game is at its best when you have hundreds of freakers sprinting towards you, as you were tasked with taking them all down. The suspense of stumbling upon a horde through one of the various cave systems, or out in the open with scarce resources, is a terrifying experience that feels fresh in Days Gone. So with all that said, let's talk on what the game fails to deliver on. The biggest problem with Days Gone is hardly a subtle one: its performance. Quite often laggy, not loading assets in time, or randomly spawning hordes. With such a huge game, you could forgive a few hiccups, but persistent problems throughout the game and severe drops in frame rate towards the game's conclusion can be quite frustrating. I felt also that the game was just too long. There were moments of some storylines where I just found myself sighing and saying, "Get to the point." I would have much preferred more focus on developing the main characters more, as some of them were just not really explored throughout the game. The repetitive missions. I have never experienced doing the same type of mission over and over again quite like it did with Days Gone. I know in a 30+ hour game you are going to have to play a few of the same mission types again, but not as excessively as in Days Gone. It did harm the game and made me quite bored during parts. Now while I do think that the melee and range combat systems weren't particularly bad, I feel that they could have been improved upon. The melee combat often had the same kill animations, and range combat I felt took too long to center. I'm aware now that there is a focus option to assist with shooting, but I felt that it played similar to the style of The Last of Us, which isn't quite as fast paced as Days Gone, and could more often than not lead to the player getting swarmed if they didn't act quick enough. So those are just a few notes on Days Gone after finally finishing the game, but do I think the game deserves a sequel? In terms of performance issues, I can forgive that, because with the rumored power of the PS5, a game the size of Days Gone should run smoothly if Sony allow adequate time for production on a sequel. I feel that there is definitely room to develop the story of Days Gone further in a sequel to explore more dangers that Deacon St. John encounters, and the fact that Days Gone's secret ending finishes with a cliffhanger after the Neo officer O'Brien reveals that he's actually an infected and an evolved version of the Freakers, and delivering the message that Neo are coming and that they cannot be stopped. This sets up Days Gone 2 perfectly. So if Sony take the reception to Days Gone and work on fixing some of the game's more damaging flaws while introducing some new features, Days Gone 2 would definitely be a game on my radar. Granted, they take their time and deliver a fully finished sequel to avoid the same painful launch that Days Gone suffered. Thanks for watching our video. Please like our page and subscribe to see more content from GameCast.